on some crude oil, 2 drops, there's almost like an explosion where it just, boom, it breaks it apart extremely fast. And you look at these events and you say, okay, it's less toxic than dish soap. But everyone around them was using protective gear. When they're putting it on the planes, they're using extreme protective gear. They're worried about the spray on the land. And, I can go on and on of all these events that are happening around that. And here, just 2 hours ago, they announced that BP Photoshop photos can show the photos in the Huffington Post about there's pictures that are all like Photoshop. And you start to look at this and you say, wait a second, we're told how many barrels or gallons it is, and it keeps going up and up and up. And then it's closed, it's not closed. Oh, well, as of yesterday, they announced that that yes, there's leaks in the sea floor. However, it's not related to their oil spill. And I made a video the other day. I just so happened to be on it at like 11 o'clock at night, and I was recording one of the cams. And it was actually like the explosion of the seabed floor, and they told us everything's fine and dandy. And you start to look at it and go, wait a second, we're not being told exactly what's really going on.
It sounds like there's just a bunch of incongruencies. They say one thing, but then we see another. Do you think people are ready for this information? Do you think, do they really? Do you think the American public, let's say as an example, or just the public of the world is ready for true information of what's actually going on?
I'm not sure if they are. I think that there's a good portion of people that are striving to do so, to find the truth, and that's why the Internet has been so popular, is that because it's giving us the ability to do our own investigative journalism and come up with our own thoughts and theories and opinions of what's really happening. And unfortunately, the powers that be, or shall I say the shadow government behind our own administration, that is pretty much running the world by setting the policies, and such as that I mean is the Council on Foreign Relations, the Bilderberg, the Illuminati, that, it may be my opinion, but they're setting the policies in our world, and they know about the awakening of the people that are using the Internet to find out the truth, and the Internet's giving us a great way to connect to each other in a way that I don't think they've ever thought that would happen. I think they thought they'd create the Internet and just be a small thing, and some people get on, and it's gotten so big now. But the matter of fact is that they want to stop that. That's why there's the announcement of Internet 2. They want the police grid, the monitoring, the surveillance of where you're going, all these different things to be able to stop the freedom of the press, to stop the freedom of information being just moved about the Internet to many, many people. And I believe that scares them, and that's why they're putting the control grid in process in order to stop it.
This reminds me of the story in the Old Testament where you have people from different languages, or actually people had the same language at one point, and they created this what do they call it, the Tower of Babel, and then God came down and basically changed or created a different language for different groups so that they wouldn't be able to rise to such high levels, right? So they're talking about the Internet being regulated. There have been talks, for example, like on InfoWars through Alex Jones, where they're sharing how just like blogs are being removed if it has anything to do with anarchist or some type of terror, or if it's analogous to some type of terrorist type or anti-government or hate speech information. Like, what would you speak to that with respect to you promoting information through the Internet to help awaken people?
I think it's very, very concerning that this weekend you brought up Alex Jones and the InfoWars. Alex Jones will have some great movies out, and they have many, many hits on like the YouTube channel. And this weekend, somehow someone went in there and deleted the Obama Deception and many other movies as well. And you start to look at it and you go, that movie, if any of you've seen it, it's very informative and it opens your eyes even more. That's one of the movies that helped me awaken, was to know who's in control, how it's being controlled, and what the future potentially holds. And they're utilizing kind of really methods that are scary, because if you think about, if you do anything, if you say something in your blog, if you write it in an email, and it's not concurrent with what the government wants, they're going through the steps now of to shut you down or to arrest you for things that you shouldn't be saying. And just, I think it was yesterday, they announced about talk radio, that they want to monitor and regulate talk radio, as well as monitoring more of the news sites about if the news sites are what people are putting out there, saying you have to get an official pass to show that you're a authorized journalist to be writing things on the internet, and then to be able to, that the government then would be able to provide a alternative story to what you've written, to have both sides, to make it more fair. And it's just this tightening control system that is literally upon us. And the internet is the way that we're getting the information out, but the mass media is waking up a little bit, and they've seen their ratings go way down. The newspapers are almost going out of business. Even they're trying to raise revenue. Not only is the economy bad, but people are finding out that what they're being told from the mass media isn't the truth anymore. And this Gulf oil spill is a huge blunder on everyone's part, because they're going along with what BP and the government's telling them, and now we're finding out, wait a second, this is not how it all is. And it's very alarming.
We'll tell you what, let's continue this conversation. Thanks for listening to Conscious Awakenings. We'll be right back after this short break.
Imagine activating your true brain potential. Yes, this is a mind, body, and spirit connection. What would it mean if you could feel and consciously move energy throughout your entire body at will? What if you could remotely influence another person or situation? What would it mean if you could activate your phantom sense of vision, taste, smell, sound, and touch to achieve great results and create prosperity in your life? This is a unique approach. At Neurovision Academy, the next step in human development, they offer several levels of development, including advanced Tibetan Qigong, internal and external vision programs, along with a specialized course in essences likened to shamanic ritual dancing. Neurovision Academy is the only official training center of the Bronikoff method in the Americas. Are you ready to take your next step in human development? For an accelerated program now, call Neurovision Academy at 888-928-7333. That's 888-928-7333. Or visit www.neurovisionacademy.com. That's www.neurovisionacademy.com.
Wow, it's really NLP. That's right, Neuro-Linguistic Programming. Open-eye hypnosis at your fingertips. What would it mean if you could influence people positively? What if you learned hypnotic language patterns to create prosperity in every area of your life? What if you could affect decisions and alter behavior patterns with people you interact with on a daily basis? Wow, NLP is the invisible technique of influence. Did you know that 60% of NLP is based on behavioral psychology? How valuable would it be to effectively communicate with people using WOW NLP in therapy, sales, and relationships? Through WOW NLP's accelerated training program, learn now to uncover the hidden secrets of body language. Discover the secret signal systems of the eyes. Through WOW NLP, learn to release negative emotions and overcome fears. Are you ready to take the WOW NLP plunge and create your future? For your next step in human development,